from the local station, News 4 Jax starts now.
Facing the fall, the Duval County School Board is considering delaying the start of school at the request of Superintendent Diana Green.
I know that parents are anxious to figure out what am I going to do for my child for the upcoming school year. Teachers and other staff members are anxious, and the goal is to have that prepared for the July 23rd special board meeting.
The school board is postponing its decisions on both when and how to reopen schools.
Many teachers called for a later start than the scheduled August 10th date during an emotional meeting this afternoon. News 4 Jax reporter Joe McLean spoke with Superintendent Green. And Joe, she's now faced with reworking her reopening plan.
She is. Dr. Diana Green is kind of going to have to go back to the drawing board. She's going to have to take some different options before the calendar committee to talk about how a possible delay to the start of the school year is going to affect the set out plan that she had worked so hard on. She says delaying the school year is going to have some benefits, but it's also going to have some challenges.
If the case counts the way that they are, I think we've done everything that we can to provide a safer environment. But we just don't have the community control that we need to invite people back into our building.
August 10th is too early for face-to-face classes. That was the opinion of many teachers, parents, and district leaders today.
I don't know that this particular time for our community is safe.
Emotional arguments from stakeholders pleading with the board to avoid starting in-person classes amid rising COVID-19 impact.
We have the moral responsibility to care for our community.
The board eventually voted to postpone making its decision on learning methods until next Thursday to explore options for a later start to the semester. I asked the superintendent about her objectives for the next week.
The plan is to go back and have conversation with our calendar committee, which is inclusive of our union, and come back with a recommendation for a change in the calendar, how that will impact the plan, if it impacts the plan, other than just changing the calendar.
Another option that was floated in this meeting today was starting the semester on August 10th, the planned start date, but starting with 100% virtual learning through either Duval Homeroom or Duval Virtual Instructional Academy. Now, Green said that would also come with its own challenges, particularly the amount of equipment and supplies that would have to be distributed throughout the district. She says it's not the same situation as occurred in the spring. I'm going to have more about that, about the challenges facing the district to both families and to teachers coming up later tonight.
So, for parents who may still be unsure about the start of the school year, when can families expect to know the final plan for the fall semester?
I asked Superintendent Green that very question. She said she hopes next Thursday's proposal that she's going to take to the board will be the final plan that parents and families can set their watches by. But of course, as we've seen throughout the past few months, the situation changes constantly. That was the sentiment of the board today. There's just no way of telling. As a reminder, this represents the third major overhaul to the reopening plan that the Duval County School District has had to implement since they started the planning phase. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, thank you, Joe. If you have questions about sending your children back to school, we want to help answer them with a live virtual town hall Thursday, July 23rd at 1 p.m. on news4jax.com. Anchor Jennifer Waugh and education reporter Joe McLean will be joined by local school leaders to get you answers during these changing and challenging times. To submit questions for Jen and Joe to ask, become a News4Jax insider. Sign up right now for your free account. Just go to news4jax.com/insider.